Alright, Pig of Vegas and beyond. It was just my luck. I filmed a bunch of videos yesterday. Thought I had enough. Wound up needing one more to finish scheduling out the month of May of next year. So, yeah, I'm going to get a video done so I can transfer it over to the computer and be done with May. And hopefully by the time you see this, and at the end of the last day of May, we'll be done with this, all the crap going on in the world right now. I hope. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, I don't know. Everybody's saying we still got a couple more years of dealing with all the crap we're going through because of the stupidity going on in this country and people refusing to listen and do what they're told because they're a bunch of idiots. But yeah. I don't know. I've already dealt with with COVID multiple times, and I don't want to deal with it again. But I'm one of the few people who actually understands how dangerous the shit is, because the first time I caught it, I literally was afraid to go to sleep because I didn't think I would wake up the next morning. I thought it was going to kill me. But there are a lot of people in this country that are just plain stupid and don't understand how dangerous it is. And they think it's a joke or think it's fake and all this crap. I keep seeing comments on YouTube. Every time somebody brings it up, oh, that's fake, it doesn't really exist. And all this kind of stupid shit. After dealing with it like I have, when someone calls it fake, I literally want to punch that person in the face so hard that their fucking eyes pop out of their head. Because, like I said, the shit nearly killed me. And I don't appreciate dumbass people on the internet claiming it's fake when it's not. That's insulting not only to the people who, like me, who have had it and nearly died, but it's also insulting to the people that it did kill. Yeah, it's so fake it killed fucking over 200,000 people in this country. Because we have a bunch of idiots in this country who refuse to understand that it is real. I don't know. I'm just pissed off today, I guess. Because I just saw that another person I knew, well, yeah, might as well say it past tense since they're no longer with us, but yeah. When it comes to, I don't know. Just found out that another person I knew is no longer with us thanks to COVID. It's another reason I'm pissed off. And another person is battling COVID. Two of my family members just recovered from COVID. And like idiots, they're going straight back into work where they caught it. Because no one at their workplace is taking it seriously. I would have, if I worked somewhere and the people there were spreading COVID around like a fucking STD or something, I would not be working there. I would quit, but they refuse to quit. They want to keep working with a bunch of idiots who want to keep spreading COVID. These cards are pissing me off. It's that same set that always sticks together. I'm probably going to make this one a little bit longer, just because it's the last one for the month of May, and because I want to try to finish off the container in this video. But like I was saying, my family members are going back into work at a place that's not really safe to be working at, because their co-workers refuse to acknowledge that COVID exists, even though every single fucking person who works there has already had it, and a few of them have died from it. Stupid as hell. But I guess, I don't know why I'm, like, surprised, because it's Texas. Bunch of fucking idiots, if you ask me. That's a cool card. That's a college card, actually. What the hell? I don't know who he is, though. Never heard that name before. Well, since it's a college card, that would be considered rookie. But I'm not going to put it in with the rookies, because I don't know who in the hell he is anyway. But anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about COVID. Because no matter what, until... it doesn't do me any good anyway, because most people in this country are uneducated and really stupid. So, there's not too many people in this country who really understand or can comprehend what's actually going on. People are just stupid and want to believe whatever they want to believe, and they're not going to believe anything other than what they want to believe. It's the level of uneducated idiots in this country is mind-boggling. I'm not one of those uneducated people. I'm the only person, as far as I know, in my family with an education. I have family members who I don't have any real contact with, so some of them may have an actual education. But like I said, as far as I know, I'm the only one. I don't know, when people, to have an entire portion of the population who blindly believe whatever bullshit they're told from a certain group of people who are just a bunch of fucking idiots, and then to have the world laugh at us the way that it's happened over and over and over again is embarrassing. And I don't know. Because the way it's been, the world has pretty much... People in other countries already thought Americans were stupid. With the way things have gone with COVID, it's made that belief even stronger in other countries about Americans. And I don't really blame them, because a lot of people in this country are fucking idiots. Because they refuse to acknowledge reality. They think just because they want to fucking, oh, that's not true, or what, however the fuck stupid people think, I don't know. Just, I don't know. Just because they want to believe lies and conspiracy theories and complete brainless idiots over reality and people who actually know what the hell they're talking about, just proves the level of stupidity we have in this country. And some of those people are on YouTube, so I know, because I've seen the comments. Anytime anyone says anything, there's a bunch of these little idiots commenting on their video, bashing them for saying anything, and I'm not the type of person who gives a flying fuck what stupid people think. And I'm the type of person who, I've already knocked a couple people out because they got in my face and started trying to bully me because of certain things. I'm not a nice guy when people try to start shit with me like that. I will knock you the fuck out and won't think twice about it. Because I had just recently, I didn't tell this because I didn't want to sound like an asshole, but I really don't care what people think anymore. I had this guy scream at me in public at a store because he got so butthurt because of me wearing the mask, because I've already had COVID and I don't want to get it again. And I told the stupid motherfucker that I already had it, and he's screaming at me, "No, you didn't. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It's made up by the Democrats." And all this crap. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, you retard? It's fucking everywhere. And he's, I don't know, he started screaming at me, calling me a gay slur. I'm like, you stupid son of a bitch, I have a wife, and I'm not gay. Yes, you are. If you believe that virus is real, you get butt fucked. And I'm like, and he's saying this right in a fucking grocery store. I'm like, what the fuck does someone's fucking sexuality have to do with a fucking virus? Normally, as soon as he said that, I would have just broke his fucking jaw. But I just thought that was fucking funny because I couldn't understand how he was even putting those two things together. Oh, if you believe in the virus, you must be gay. That makes no fucking logical sense. At all. Anyway, he kept screaming at me, and at one point he got in my face after I kept telling him to back off over and over again. And I warned him multiple times, like, get the fuck out of my face, man. Because he was literally like this. Like, right in my face. Well, technically he was in my chest because he's like over a foot shorter than me. But, anyway. And he's one of those guys, I guess, that doesn't understand that you don't fuck with someone bigger than you, stronger than you, and younger than you, unless you want to get your ass whooped. Because he was probably in his 40s or 50s, maybe. And he had a mouth that was, put it this way, he should have got a whooping a long time ago and he wouldn't have that mouth. But anyway, he just kept yelling at me, screaming at me, pushed a fucking, at one point there was a cart that someone had walked off and left. I don't know if it was because of him, because of his tirade that he was on or what, but someone walked off and left an empty cart right there, and he grabbed that cart and shoved it towards me, which is the second time I've had one of those idiots try to like use a cart against me at a store, because I had one pin me against my car not that long ago, like 2 weeks ago or something, because he was running his mouth. And he thought that, I don't know, I can't understand where people get off thinking they're tough when they're not, but I don't know, these people have big mouths and don't know when to shut up. Anyway, he grabbed that cart, and I thought he was going to take it and walk away at first, because he like motioned like he was going to walk down the little aisle, the cross aisle or whatever you want to call it. And then all of a sudden he just turned around really quick and shoved the cart as hard as he could right at me, and I just moved out of the way. And when I moved out of the way, then he just started his yelling crap again, and eventually the manager came over there, and the manager's like, "What is your problem?" And he started in on the manager, calling the manager a fat bitch and racist slurs, and because the manager is a black lady at that store, and this guy was a little short, puny, scrawny, whatever you want to call it, white guy. Anyway, he called the manager, the N-word. Actually, he called her a fat N-word and told her to mind her own N-word business and go do whatever her N-word whatever. Just kept calling her the N-word over and over again, and she's standing there like, what the fuck? I don't even think it was like clicking at first. Because she just stood there like motionless and silent while he was doing this, and then she looked at him, looked at me, and then I don't know, I thought she was going to rip his head off, honestly. But she just stood there motionless for the whole like racist tirade. And then after her just standing there during the whole racist tirade like that, I don't know, I thought she was going to wait until he walked outside the store and just beat the living dog shit out of him in the parking lot. But like I said, she just stood there and let him run his little racist mouth and say all the racist shit he wanted to say. She didn't say a word the whole time, which I don't know how she was so calm like that. If I were in her shoes, I probably would have just knocked the fuck out of him as soon as he said it the first time. I actually wanted to knock the fuck out of him because it was pissing me off hearing the way he was talking. And anyway, I just let him say all the shit and get it off his chest because I was hoping at the end he would just shut up and walk away. Didn't happen. He stood there saying all this racist shit for probably a good 4 or 5 minutes, non-stop, just racist, and then immediately goes back in on me, calling me gay slurs and all this shit, and I'm still just in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I've never even had anyone even think I was gay before, much less, well, other than this one, well, she wasn't really calling me gay, she was calling my uncle gay, so that didn't really count. Anyway, that's the only time anyone's ever said anything about any, like, gay shit was the one time at the UPS store. One of the ladies that worked there accused my uncle of being gay. Because she walked up and she goes, "Are you being helped?" He goes, "I'm with him." She goes, "I don't really think that's something you should be freely admitting in public." Like, dead serious. Dead serious accusing him of being gay. And he goes, "Bitch, I'm going through a fucking divorce." And he goes, "I'm not gay. Just because I would never fuck you doesn't make me gay." That's exactly what he told her. But anyway, then the little racist guy starts back in on me and spouting off all this gay shit, and I'm just standing there. Honestly, I thought it was funny because I have gay people in my family who, a lot of people in my family are, being that I was born in Texas A lot of people in my family are homophobic and racist as all hell, and that's one of the biggest reasons I don't really have much contact with my family is because of their mindset and their belief system, where if you're gay, they don't want anything to do with you, even if you're blood to them, because like I said, there are gay people in my family who a lot of people in my family refuse to have anything to do with just because they're gay. And I don't think that's right. I'm not gay, and up until recently had never had anyone even think I was or accuse me of being gay, but I just thought it was funny because the guy who was saying all this racist, homophobic shit came off. In my mind, the whole time he's saying this, I'm like, this motherfucker is accusing me of being gay when the way he talks is really feminine. So a lot of times people who are gay and refuse to admit it or refuse to be honest with themselves about who they really truly are gay. There are people in the government right now who are hiding in the closet and have been for decades. But anyway, the whole point I'm trying to make is this guy just kept all this homophobic shit. And like I said, I'm like 95% sure he's gay. But anyway, he just kept on, and I just stood there not really reacting, because in my mind I thought it was funny that this little puny guy was talking all this shit, because there was a time in my life, the first time he said something disrespectful, he would have been on the ground. But I'm not that way anymore. Anyway, he eventually walked off, and I go and do, get the rest of the stuff. The store manager, like, after the guy walked away, the store manager is just standing there shaking her head, looks at the floor, and then just, like, turns around, stormed off, and I didn't know what was going on. I just saw her turn around and storm off. Anyway, I'm like in the middle of the store by the time I hear a commotion or whatever, because a little racist, homophobic guy went one way, and I just like stayed in the middle of the store to kind of try to avoid him. And like I said, I was in the middle of the store. I was looking at some stuff in the frozen food section, which is right in the center of the store. And I hear a commotion coming from the direction where the little homophobic racist guy went, and I'm like, oh shit, now what'd he do? So I just finished what I was doing and go down the back aisle and in that direction just to see what was going on. And there's this big buff black guy, I guess he works for the store, literally has a little scrawny guy draped over his shoulder carrying his ass up towards the front of the store. And he's screaming like a little toddler, like throwing his arms like that, and I'm just like, at that point I just burst out laughing, along with a lot of other people who saw it. And the guy from the store just literally carried the little racist, homophobic guy all the way up to the door and walked outside. He walked about 4 feet from the door, dropped the guy on the ground, and told him to get in his car and leave, and don't come back. He goes, if you come back, you'll be arrested. We don't want you here. And the guy calls him the N-word and just starts spouting off the same kind of crap he did with the store manager. And the guy just turns around and goes back in the store. And then the little homophobic racist guy tries to follow him. And another customer slammed his cart into the little loudmouth guy, pushing him back out the door, because the customer who did that had already checked out and everything and was on his way to the car when the guy walked back into the store screaming at the guy who worked at the store, and the guy who had already checked out just goes like that and slammed his cart into him, knocked him right back out the door, and started telling the guy, you got two choices. Do what he told you or I'm going to beat the fuck out of you right now. So the loudmouth guy jumped up and took off running to his car. And I just went back and continued shopping. And when I finished shopping and checked out, I was loading everything into my car, and I turned around and looked, and there was a little loudmouth guy sitting across the little... He was on the next row over from where I was, just staring at me. And I just looked at him, and he jumped out of his car, comes running over there, starts to run his mouth again. I'm like, don't even start. I'll knock your fucking ass out right here. I said, we're not in the store anymore, so you start the shit with me again, I will knock you the fuck out. And he just stopped for a second and then just fucking goes like that and pushed me, and I didn't even move. Because the guy probably weighed 130 pounds, so he didn't have the strength to move me. And he, like I said, he goes like that and then just steps back. And I'm like, really? You really want to do this? And by this time, some other people, like as soon as he put his hands on me, some other people, actually before that, some other people who were in the store and saw what he was doing in the store, as soon as I warned him, there were other people walking up because they knew something was about to happen because they saw the way he was acting in the store. And like I said, he pushed me like that, and then this other little guy about his size stepped between me and him, and he goes, are you fucking crazy? This guy is way bigger than you. He's gonna fucking kill you. And he goes, shut the fuck up. He ain't gonna do shit. He goes, no, he's not, because I'm gonna do it for him. I'm not gonna stand here and watch you risk your life by trying to start a fight with someone bigger than you like that. He goes, this guy is way too big for you to be fucking with. Because like I said, this guy was probably, I'd say 5'3", 5'4". Little tiny guy. And I'm almost 7 feet tall. And almost 400 pounds. And that guy probably weighed 130. And he fucking shoved me, and I literally did not even flinch when he shoved me. I'm just looking like, what the fuck was that? And the other little guy ended up like grabbing him and dragging him back to his car and like shoved him in it, and he goes, "I'm not gonna move until you back out." And he would not move away from that guy's door at all. He just stood there and made him back out. Which is a good thing, because if that guy would have like hit me or something, my instincts would have kicked in and I would have probably broke him in half. But I thought it was funny when he pushed me, because I'm like, it felt like, you know, if you make a woman mad, like, that was the girliest shove I've ever had anyone. I don't know, it was girly as hell. But I just thought that whole situation was just, I don't understand that, the way that guy's mind works. The guy who carried him out of the store looked like he was on steroids. And he was a big dude himself, so he probably would have killed that guy too if he would have got into a fight with him. But I don't know. I don't understand the whole. Hopefully by the time you see this video, things in this country would have changed. People will start to respect each other again and stop all this hate-filled bullshit that's been going around. And I don't know. I don't like the way the country I don't like the racism, I don't like the homophobia, I don't like all the hate, I don't like any of that. I don't like always having to worry about, if I go somewhere, am I going to get pissed off again? Am I going to have to knock somebody out? I don't have to worry about it. I don't like to have to worry about that. I don't like the way the country is right now. Hopefully by the time this video is out, the country will have changed for the better. Because I don't like how people use religion to hate people based on their race, sexuality, and all that, or sexual preference. I don't like any of that. And the majority of people who are using religion in order to do all that crap are not Christian. My grandfather was a pastor. I know what it means to be a Christian. And real Christians are not racist. They don't hate people based just solely on the color of their skin or any of that other crap. Like I said, my grandfather was a pastor, so I know what it means to be a real Christian. And these people that are going around using religion to spout off all that crap are not Christian at all. They're frauds. They're just a bunch of lying hypocrites. And that's all they are. Alright, well that's going to do it. I don't know when I'll be filming for this channel again. I just snuck off out here to finish off the month of May while I upload the rest of the videos that I filmed yesterday. But I don't know when I'll be able to film for this channel again, because I have multiple other channels. I'm still waiting for... I have more stuff coming for my gaming channel. And then I'll start making videos for the new consoles that are. I already have one of the new consoles that I'm not supposed to be mentioning because it doesn't come out until next month. But I'm still waiting on. I have the new PlayStation. I don't have the new Xbox yet. I'm still waiting on that. I don't know when it's going to come in yet. But anyway, that's going to do it for me now. I'll see you when I see you.